The scream tore through the house like a blade, sharp and raw, slicing the quiet of the late evening. I'm in love with someone else. Sarah's voice cracked, her words a grenade lobbed into the fragile sanctuary of our marriage. I froze, the wineglass in my hand trembling, red liquid sloshing against the rim. Her eyes, wide and glistening, locked onto mine, not with defiance but with a desperate, almost pleading terror, as if she'd shocked herself as much as me. The kitchen, warm with the scent of rosemary from the half-eaten dinner, turned claustrophobic, the air thick with the weight of her confession. My heart thudded, a dull hammer against my ribs. "What did you say?" I managed, my voice low, barely a whisper, as if speaking louder would make it real. Sarah's hands twisted the hem of her sweater, her knuckles white. She didn't repeat it. Instead, she turned and fled, her footsteps pounding up the stairs, leaving me rooted to the tile floor, the glass slipping from my fingers to shatter in a crimson spray. The sound was deafening, yet it couldn't drown out the echo of her words. I don't know how long I stood there, staring at the shards glinting under the fluorescent light. My mind raced, replaying the past months, her late nights at the office, the way her phone was always face down, the fleeting moments when her laughter seemed forced, like a mask slipping. Had I missed the signs? Or had I chosen not to see them, clinging to the comfort of routine? Our 10 years together felt like a house of cards, teetering on the edge of collapse. I climbed the stairs, each step heavier than the last, the hallway stretching endlessly before our bedroom door. I expected to find her packing, or worse, gone. Instead, she sat on the edge of our bed, her face buried in her hands, shoulders shaking with silent sobs. The sight of her, small, fragile, so unlike the confident woman I'd married, stirred a confusing mix of pity and rage in my chest. I wanted to shake her, demand answers, but my voice came out soft, almost broken. "Who is he, Sarah?" She looked up, her mascara-streaked face a map of anguish. "There's no one," she whispered, her voice trembling. I lied. I don't know why I said it. I needed you to feel something. Her words hit like a second betrayal, more bewildering than the first. A lie? My knees buckled, and I sank onto the bed beside her, the mattress creaking under our shared weight. The room smelled faintly of her lavender perfume, a scent that once comforted me, but now felt like a stranger's. "Feel something?" I echoed, my throat tight. "You think I don't feel anything? Every day, I'm here, trying to keep us together while you—" I stopped, unsure what I even meant. While she what? Drifted? Change? I thought of the mornings we'd spent tangled in these sheets, laughing over coffee, planning a future that now seemed like a cruel mirage. "Why would you say that if it's not true?" Her eyes darted away, fixing on the framed photo on our nightstand. Us at the beach, her head on my shoulder, the sunset painting the sky in hues of fire. "I don't know," she said, her voice barely audible. "I'm scared, Tom. Scared we're losing each other. You're always working, and I'm fading here. I thought if I hurt you, you'd fight for me." Her words twisted in my gut, a knife of guilt and confusion. Was this my fault? Had I been so buried in deadlines and spreadsheets that I'd let her slip away? I reached for her hand, but she pulled back, curling into herself. The gesture stung, a silent accusation. "You could have talked to me," I said, my voice hardening. "Instead, you scream something like that? You break us for attention." "I didn't mean to break anything," she cried, her voice rising. "I just wanted you to see me." She stood, pacing the room, her shadow flickering against the wall like a trapped bird. "I'm sorry, okay? I didn't mean it. There's no one else. There's never been anyone else." Her desperation was palpable, but doubt not at me. If she could lie so convincingly once, what else had she hidden? The next days were a haze of strained silences and half-hearted apologies. I couldn't look at her without hearing her scream, without wondering if the lie was the truth, and this was the cover. At night, I lay awake, her steady breathing beside me a cruel contrast to the storm in my head. I started noticing things. Her phone buzzing at odd hours, the way she'd jump when I entered a room, the faint scent of unfamiliar cologne on her coat. Each was a pinprick, easily explained away, but together they formed a mosaic of suspicion. One evening, I found her journal tucked under a pile of laundry. My hands shook as I opened it, guilt warring with need. The pages were filled with her looping script, raw and unfiltered. I feel like a ghost in my own life, she'd written. Tom doesn't see me anymore. I said something awful tonight, and I can't take it back. I don't know who I'm becoming. No mention of another man, but the words cut deeper than any confession. She was drowning, and I hadn't noticed. I confronted her that night, the journal open on the kitchen table. Is this why? I asked, my voice raw. You feel invisible, so you hurt me to feel alive? Her eyes widened, betrayal flashing across her face. Not at me, but at herself exposed. You read it, she whispered, her voice breaking. You weren't supposed to. Then tell me the truth. I shouted, slamming my hand on the table. The sound echoed and she flinched. Is there someone else or isn't there? Stop playing games with me, Sarah. There's no one, she said, tears streaming down her face. I swear. I wanted to feel something real again. I wanted us to fight, to care. I didn't know how else to do it. Her voice cracked, and she sank to the floor, sobbing. I wanted to believe her, to scoop her up and erase the past week, but the doubt lingered, a poison seeping into every memory. Then came the call. It was late, the house dark except for the glow of my phone. An unfamiliar number, a man's voice hesitant. Is this Tom? I need to talk to you about Sarah. My blood ran cold. He was a coworker, he said, someone who'd seen her crying in the office parking lot, who'd listened as she poured out her fears of losing me. She loves you, he said. She's just lost. There's nothing between us, I swear. But his voice trembled, and I heard the unspoken truth, a connection, emotional or otherwise, that she'd never admitted. I hung up, my hands shaking. Sarah stood in the doorway, her face pale, as if she'd heard every word. Tom, she whispered, stepping toward me. I backed away, my heart fracturing. It was a lie, she said, her voice frantic. I swear it was a lie. But her eyes told a different story, one of guilt and secrets she couldn't undo. I turned and walked out into the night, the cold air biting my skin, her screams chasing me down the street. It was a lie, she cried, her voice breaking under the weight of her own desperation. But I kept walking, the truth, or the lack of it, tearing me apart, leaving me to wonder if love could ever survive such a fracture.